Hello and welcome back to part 2. Let's crack on. Because, yeah, I may have to cut this one a little short, unfortunately, due to real-life commitments on the morrow. But yes! So, we left off with Stein and facing down Midnight holding Preed at gunpoint, but not seemingly entirely normal Midnight. So, yeah, Stein, what do you do?
Stein just starts to back away. I mean, this isn't a comfortable thing for him.
No?
Having Midnight in close proximity and realizing that she basically has put the thing in the bed.
Yeah.
Excellent phrasing opportunity. Midnight, what did you do?
Rachel goes, I'm sorry, Midnight's not in right now, but I'd be happy to leave you a message. Or, you know, some paint. And she, like, pushes the shotgun into the side of Preed's head and he starts whimpering some more.
This doesn't concern her, Rachel. Leave her out of it.
Is there anything about it concerning her? She's just useful. And really, would you look at these? Whew, I've never felt this pretty. Do you like me more in this body, Stein? Am I more your type like this? Oh, you know... What does every girl want? Flowers, chocolates, wanton death and destruction. It's really all the same to me. But, you know, I can't really go around leaving loose ends like this one around. Shaking him by the hair. So, yeah. Throws him to the floor, levels the shotgun and said, I guess it's time for Preed to say bye-bye. And Midnight, will you roll plus your weird, please?
Indeed I can.
Which you will get experience.
Still haven't done my other. I'm like stacking experience.
Okay, yeah. So Midnight pulls the trigger, blows the back of Preed's head straight through the front of his face, and then yeah, Midnight, your vision clears, and you're standing in Stein's workshop, holding a shotgun, and smelling fresh gunpowder and gore, and also you're covered in blood. Like, you look down and just your entire arms up to like your elbows, like all your clothes. Your coat is gone. So you took that off to spa and it's not there anymore. And your leg doesn't hurt. Uncheck all 3 harm boxes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, something good came out of that.
Oh yeah. You know.
Finbar taketh, Finbar giveth.
Yeah.
The way I was putting
Finbar taketh
PS, yes.
Yeah, and then you turn and you see Stein standing there, kind of cradling his engine thing, and yeah, you have no idea how you got here, or why you're here, or why there's a body lying at your feet, or why you have the smoking gun in your hand. So what do you do?
I just kind of drop the gun at my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at Stein with the most terrified expression on my face, and I just go, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
What did I just do?
I think this is when, just, like, behind you, so obviously Midnight doesn't see any of this, but Rachel just leans in next to her and goes, this is the part where you go to her. No problem, buddy. And then she vanishes again. Stein. Am I a bad person?
Stein is visibly shaking at this point. It is all starting to get to him. He says, Midnight, just go. You were never here. Just go.
Okay.
He's can't even look at her, but yeah, that's what he says.
Midnight?
I'm just kind of standing there, and I'm the same. I'm visibly shaking. I'm on the verge of just having a complete mental breakdown and just going,
Yeah.
I need you to tell me what just happened.
Yeah, I think this is when maybe you stagger, like maybe take a step forward or something, and you see Ella, like, in the bed, like, destroyed. Like, eviscerated is the word for what has been done to this girl. And like the
Exactly.
last memory you have, she was standing over you with a metal pole, and now she's lying
yeah.
in this greasy cot in this little garage, with chunks missing.
So I'm literally I'm just standing there and just going, seriously, someone tell me what just happened. What did I just do?
Stein,
You-
buddy, or pal.
You want the truth? A freaky ghost lady made you do it. You killed her, you put her in my bed, and you killed the guy I've literally been spending weeks trying to save. I don't know what to do anymore. I really don't. I think it's best that you just go and pretend you know nothing about this.
I think this is the point
It's
where,
nothing
like,
concerning you. Just stay away from me.
Stein, you do notice that Midnight is, like, covered in blood. She appears entirely uninjured. Maybe this is the point where maybe you look up at a point and notice all of the colours have gone from Midnight's tattoos. Like, they're all black now. And, like, if there's any animals, they look meaner. If there's any flowers, they've gone from, like, pretty to, like, thorny and prickly. If it's just, like, markings or, like, lines, they're, like, sharper. The points, like, are more pronounced. Generally looks more threatening. Yeah.
Can I attempt to read her?
You can absolutely try and read Midnight. So roll that sharp, man. That is an 11. So you get... So across this conversation with Midnight, you can ask... So you don't have to front load them all. You can ask 3 questions from that list.
From the thing speak.
Oh no, so this is from Read a Person. With your sharp. So if you go to the Basic Moves tab, it's the middle one, basically. You read a person.
On the Roll20.
Yeah, so if you go into handouts, where like your character is at the top,
Got it.
it's Basic Moves, you can click the little zoom button to zoom it out. And yeah, so you have that list of questions that you can ask.
Sorry, that's my bad. I had the thing speak up. Okay.
You can ask these at any point during the conversation, so you can talk more in character and then pop one of these questions out. If that's what you
I want to start with what does Midnight wish I would do? What does Midnight want Stein to do in this situation?
Chip. It's Midnight's motivation.
Right now, Midnight wants Stein to just help.
Yeah.
Because I literally had no idea what just happened. I just unknowingly killed someone while under the influence of this fucking weird-ass psychic thing, and I'm just freaking the hell out right now, and I'm covered in someone else's blood with a body lying at my feet, and I am about to just fucking have a mental breakdown. And right now, what I really need Stein to do is just
Fix it.
help me figure out what just happened and help me work through this in my head. Because this is just the most
Fucked up.
random ass situation I've ever just been placed in. Like, I have no problem with killing people, but I like to know when it happens.
Yeah, you like to have killed them yourself in full knowledge of why you did it.
Exactly. Just killing a random person that's just literally just someone at my feet who's just covered, like their brains have been blown out and I'm just covered in their blood and I'm just freaking out right now because I just generally have no recollection of what just happened. So I'd really like Stein to just help me try and work through this and, you know, help me get cleaned up and just sit down and just anything that would help right now, really.
Okay, that's enough to work on. I'm going to hold my other 2 because I can do that, can't I? I can hold them for a convenient time. Okay. So the first thing I do is move over to my work area to basically a massive sink area and just soak towels for her to start cleaning blood off the clothes. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I'm preparing wet towels for her to basically wash as much of the blood out of her clothes and out of her hair and everything as
Finn, they
possible.
can't hear you right now.
My bad. What I said was, yeah, this world has no shortage of water, because you just melt snow, and the basically showers and those kind of things are actually some of the old mod cons and luxuries that would still be around. Yeah.
So yeah, I bring these towels over to her and start giving them to her and start helping her brush her clothes down, avoiding any particular areas that might make her feel uncomfortable. And I basically say to Midnight, you will just get cleaned up. Don't say anything. I'm working out how to explain this to you in a rational way, and I'm struggling with that right now. So what I need you to do is let me help you here.
Okay.
So I leave the towels and I just look at the bodies and think, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these?
Yeah.
Um,
How is Midnight
the solution is
dealing?
to throw a sheet over them both.
Yeah, this is a good starting point.
Yeah, exactly. Just hide them.
Toss Preed in on top of Ella, chuck the sheet in on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question: how does Midnight react to the kind of awkward pawings of Stein? Like how's she doing?
She's not really concentrating on that. She's more concerned with the fact that she just shot someone.
Oh, yeah, no, I wanted are you in shock? Are you helping? I'm just curious.
I'm very much going into shock.
Okay.
I keep glancing over at the body, and I'm shivering, and tears are streaming down, even though I'm not fully conscious of the fact that I'm crying, and I keep looking at the bodies and just going, oh fuck, I did that.
Yep.
Just full blown shock and oh my god, I am a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So I think we will slowly move through kind of the worst of the mess being dealt with. The Preed's body being tossed on top of Ella's and the sheep being returned to on top of them. And yeah. So you cut the bodies are out of sight and the worst of the gore is gone. Yeah, and you two are kind of left in this scene in the weirdly quiet lower floors. So, yeah. Did you say something, Stein, or do either of you say anything?
I offer her some water and tell her to drink it. And I just light a cigarette and look at her and just think I don't know what's going on. I want to tell you it's going to be okay, Midnight, but I can't. I am on the edge of everything right now, and I'm sorry that you're involved. If I could do something, I would.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think whether Rachel's enough of a tool to pop up again. And the answer
No, I
is
think she is.
Yeah, the answer's always yes. Yes, I think Rachel kind of goes well, okay, you're at least being kind. I suppose that usually works, doesn't it? You know, should just dive in there, take advantage of her emotional trauma. Oh, maybe I'm not the best influence on you. And she fades out again.
That face is beautiful.
Yeah, she kind of fades out again.
Does Midnight actually hear this?
No.
Because she's
Rachel is appearing solely to you in these cases. I think you may have had doubts over the last few days of whether or not you're actually seeing her, or whether your insomnia is producing crazy-ass hallucinations. But yeah, Midnight makes no reaction to every time Rachel appears and utters snarky remarks to you, and then disappears again.
Okay. I need you. What do you intend to do, Midnight?
This is one of your read person questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Midnight. What does Midnight intend to do?
I'm not even thinking about what I'm intending to do. I'm still just trying to deal with the fact that
Yeah.
just happened.
She
I've got to run. Yeah,
Yeah.
very much considering just running and getting out of town because I doubt a whole lot of people would understand that I just completely not lost consciousness, but wasn't influencing my own body
Yeah.
and just shot someone. Like a lot of people would, I feel, just go, "Oh, well, that's just an excuse. Like you knew what you were doing. Let's shun her and send her into exile."
There's rhetoric.
Stuff like that. So
yeah, no,
midnight,
yeah.
midnight is kind of thinking, shit, I need to run, and I need to run hard and fast away from this place.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Right. At this point, with Rachel coming back in, and I can now tell that Midnight is clearly going into, she's in panic, and she's either going to leg it or she's going to try and kill me or something.
She's gonna leg it or just kind of like peace out.
I basically move straight into, basically grab her and just hold her, and I whispered directly into her ear, "We are not alone in here. I want you to think calmly and rationally. I need just 2 seconds of the Midnight I know to think straight."
Okay. Midnight? Do you have a reaction to this? Alright.
Where is he?
Are you too
So
far down
Midnight,
that?
Midnight just kind of, she stands there while Stein's, holding her and reassuring her.
Yeah.
And she's just standing there and just taking a few extremely necessary deep breaths and is just collecting her thoughts and is being like, okay, I can work through this. I've done a lot worse than this. I just need to get my head together and I need to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
And Stein's presence and reassurance is definitely helping.
Okay.
So
Remember.
she's just slowly calming down.
Yeah.
Do you
Chip.
like Rachel going like possession ape shit and shit? Does that cause like any like ripples that can be like picked up on and stuff? Or like notice this like
I think-
slight ick?
Only if you were necessarily looking for them. Like,
Alright.
if you open your mind to
Not
Psychic
like,
Maelstrom,
well-
you might find them. But like, yeah, they're it's a thing you have to be looking for. I think is So if you wandered there and then like opened your brain to the Psychic Maelstrom in the place where Ella and Midnight were sparring, you might you definitely get an image of it, but you'd have to know that something was up. Yeah, it's very much a conscious process. The only time it's really not been was when Rachel basically forced Stein's psychic senses open when she first encountered him, and then I guess ever since then she's basically just kept herself a route in where she keeps making surprise visits. Yeah. So yeah. Some odd flattery happening in the chat. So yeah, guys in the garage. Is a plan slowly being made, or are you guys just busy?
Yeah, no, I think I've
Oh, I meant these two. Sorry, I meant these two. We'll jump back in just a moment.
me.
So
Yeah.
I can tell I'm not getting anything out of Midnight, and I basically move her towards my hammock and basically say, then basically lay her in it.
Yeah, you have a separate bed where you were staying. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we cut away for just a moment, and we arrive at I think it's so that are the two of you still together? Maybe have moved on to like plotting different particulars or anything like that, or have Tudor and Lux drifted apart for the evening?
I think we're still hanging out together. Like I'm taking my position as I've got some responsibility. I'm goddamn taking it seriously.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm sticking close.
So yeah, like we the scene comes into you guys, and like, what are you talking about?
I think we're discussing probably who to bring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who we can get.
Flicking back to the morality of the decisions we may have to make and that kind of discussing how far we can go and stuff.
So like, who's the second command person? Heather was it?
Margaret is the
Margaret,
yeah, she's kind of basically like acting as chief of staff.
So I'm like, all right. So we need to leave Margaret in command, obviously. And we need our most loyal guys still here to keep everyone in check. We need our second most loyal guys to come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's our second most loyal?
I think this is the moment where the doors burst open again, and David, the sniper, like, bleeding down the side of his face, like, staggers and goes, "You need to come quick."
Okay, so we...
Yeah, I immediately follow.
Yeah.
Like, draw pistol, running.
Yeah.
What the fuck's happened?
Yeah, so he kind of goes, just come see. And, like, he takes you to the barracks, and kind of, you get up to the basically we're led to the same sparring room where Midnight and Ella were sparring. And the door, as you approach it, has been, like, smashed, and is on the other side of, like, the hallway.
Yeah.
And, like, crumpled in the middle. And you round the corner, and this room is covered in blood. Like, it's everywhere. And yeah, there's like 2 other bodies who've got like large like slashes down the like multiple across each of them, and like lying crumpled. And yeah, then the window on the other side is like smashed through. And yeah, and David kind of goes, "I don't know what the fuck happened." Midnight and
I'd like to read. Oh, sorry. Keep
yeah,
going.
Midnight and Ella went in earlier, and just I heard some loud noises. I came along to the door. It flew out, hit me in the side of the head. When I came to, this was what was left.
Do you remember what forced the door open? Was it like an explosion?
I went for the door handle, and I just heard the sound of it snapping, and then it hit me, and then I was just out.
Could I read the situation?
Absolutely, you could read the situation.
Good.
It may not tell you much, because it's pretty
gives
unnatural.
me 5 XP, and because I'm a power gaming motherfucker, that gives me. Is going to be the next point. Is going to go into
Weather Eye?
Weather Eye, which means I can now roll weird at +1 instead. Because I suspect I may need to roll weird after this, but I'm making sure to roll sharp first.
Yeah. Okay. Give me that sharp roll, son.
Because I like succeeding, which is why I'm going to fail right now. No,
Wow.
I don't.
Not at all.
Ah!
So yeah,
Oh shit! Double 6.
you've read that situation damn nicely. Tell me ask me your questions. I will tell you no lies,
All right.
but mostly half truths.
I'm going to go with who's in control here, which I know out of character, but
I mean,
Well, that's just going to be me.
yeah, it's kind of you and Shooter as the only
I
people
suppose.
who don't have concussion.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll give you another one because that was stupid.
I meant for like who was in control here.
Yeah, like you're a person who reads situations, not a forensic scientist.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Don't go dissing forensic science, bitch.
Well, I'm not dissing it. Just he's not one.
Actually, I have to guess now. What's my enemy's true position?
Yeah, like you managed to like wander around and you kind of apply some hunting stuff, and you basically notice that the blood trails and stuff. There's like some footprints, and like then like next to it like a drag mark of like the size of like a body has like leapt through this window, and as you like lean your head out, you can see some just in the like slightly brighter lights of this floor. You see some footsteps running towards the back of the compound. Yeah.
What should I be on the lookout for? I guess probably it's just going to be someone with blood on their clothes.
Yeah. There's no way anyone who was in this room isn't covered in blood. So unless they've managed to change clothes.
Cool. I'm going to go with which enemy is my biggest threat.
Whatever did this, because this exceeds, like, you just look around, this exceeds human limitations. Like, Ella and these, like, 2 guys were not small. Like, whatever did this, I mean, Midnight's hardly a pushover, so something came in here, slashed apart 2 of Ella's best men, broke a door off its hinges with their... broke the door off its hinges using whatever, then took Midnight and Ella and leapt out the window. Is the most, I suppose, rational explanation you can come up with.
Cool. having read that it's definitely something weird that's happened, can I now open my brain to Psychic Maelstrom? Or is that a bit...
I mean, you can definitely you can feel a little unsettled. I think possible while you were doing that, maybe Tudor does the.
Sure.
Well, we'll see what Tudor does with his like.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because you're kind of busy studying tracks and stuff, and
Yeah.
Tudor kind of like is left to his own devices. So Tudor, what do you do?
Can I simultaneously, while he was reading the situation, try and read the situation?
Because
yeah,
I'll be honest with you, I'm going to get much extra information.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware of this.
So I don't know. Do you? Because you know Lux is better than you are. So do you not go for the weird route?
Yeah, but can I just read it with that and then read it with weird?
Well, yeah, but that would take you as much time. That's if you and Lux do exactly the same thing and wander around this room, then sure, yeah. You power gaming sons of bitches. Yeah, sure. Roll that sharp roll. I'll let you have it.
I kind of want him to fail now, just because it'll be funny. We like XP, alright?
Power gaming bitches.
So let's ask them the same question.
You get one question from the list. Which one do you want? Tudor?
Yeah, is it on basic moves, right?
Yeah, basic moves. Top of the middle column. When you read a charge situation.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling to find questions to ask.
Yeah, it's kind of more
So,
for a situation that's going on, less so a one that just happened. But it's the closest we've got. Yeah. That's why you guys need to get around to opening that move.
Yeah, we probably do.
We already know that they escaped through the window.
Yeah, it's reasonably obvious.
There's no enemies to be vulnerable. There's no enemies... Oh, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. So maybe you get the...
What should I be on the lookout for? Can I, like, ascertain what more information on what particular...
Yeah, so maybe you inspect the bodies, and... Like, these things have been, like, slashed apart. Like, with very, very sharp bladed weapons of some description.
Does it look like...
But, like, at the same time, the door, like, you look at the thing of, like, the door looks like it's been hit, like, I think you find a fist imprint in the middle of the door, or, like, the center of it, but then the cracking around it is, like, physical strength that no human being should be able to exert. But then, yeah, like, the rest of the injuries in the room are all, like, they've been carved up with, as if with, like, a sword.
Does it look like they're metal caused or, like, bone caused? Are they, like, jagged wounds?
And they are very, very, like, sharp, fine blades.
Okay.
And but at the same time, like, the door looks like someone basically punched it with great force that should probably exceed human limitations. Yeah. So yeah, you two kind of reconvene, like, there's some tracks outside, and Tudor's like, that's a monster. Yeah. I think only one of you really is going to open your brain to the Psychic Maelstrom here, I must say. Because there's...
fair. What paper scissors it for who does it first?
Okay.
Hey, I can just scumbag pull rank on you, can't I?
You can.
I mean, if you got it done fast enough, but I'm the better tracker. So I probably finished up faster.
You asked 3 questions to his 1.
True. I probably found more stuff interesting. Yeah, alright. I will concede.
Yeah. Tudor's like, stand back.
This is when I roll, like, a 2.
I'm excited. It's going to be glorious.
Nope, 10.
It's a 10.
Okay, yeah, so you open your brain to Psychic Maelstrom. What exactly were you seeking when you opened your brain? Oh dear. Tudor. What answers did Tudor wish for?
An image of what caused this?
Yeah, so... Okay. Yeah. So Tudor sees, basically, like, echoing in front of him, after images of... You see Midnight down on the floor, you see Ella like walking away and like getting the clipboard and stuff to read stuff up, and Midnight props herself up, and then Midnight just kind of shudders and then launches like across the room, and like her tattoo slides off her arm, and like she basically opens a person, like the first bodyguard, from basically like crotch to collarbone. Turns around, jump like, and like unnaturally fast. Like you actually see as she pivots, you see her knee dislocate, and then like as she starts to push off of it again, it reattaches in midair, like heals itself, and she like smashes, like punches Ella in the side of the jaw, which like knocks her jaw out as she flies past. Hits the door and it flies off, and you get like the echo of David's like pain. And she spins around and like flicks her arms out again, and these like tattoo blades kind of lengthen, and she goes after the final the second guard and like just eviscerates him. And he like she walks towards him, and he like pulls out his gun and starts pumping bullets into her, and you see her just kind of like twitch and just not slow down, and then pretends to fall just in front of him before like bouncing up and cutting across like 3 more times. And yeah, she then kind of spins around, walks over, grabs Ella by the back of the neck, and then leaps through the window. And you can feel all the injuries like on her body as she does it. Like the pain echoes through your own system, and then as quickly as they're being done, they're being knitted back together by seemingly like, again, it's like you feel this weird sensation of the tattoos pulling off of her skin and like actively sewing the cuts closed. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then like this vision fades, and you're left there with the knowledge that your closest friend murdered all these people in a way that is completely impossible. Accepted.
I looked at you, and I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah, Lux, don't think you're going to believe me.
Well,
David's like, what did you guys find?
Oh, apparently, from what I gather, Midnight's tattoos possessed her and killed everyone.
David's like, okay, I think I have concussion.
No,
are you actively saying this shit to me?
At this point, Lux is gonna go. You know what? I think we've been a bit heavy on the booze. Do you want to go get us some water?
Give me a seduce manipulate to try and convince this guy that Shooter's just crazy and talking out of his butt from the alcohol.
Can I use my final +1 from Midnight of Hypnotize?
Absolutely.
Because I am definitely bailing her out here.
Oh no, absolutely. You're definitely acting in her interests.
Good.
Midnight. No, she's busy braiding Rosie's hair.
Pray to God this works.
I believe in you.
That didn't work.
Does Tudor wish to help? Because that would get him up to a partial success.
Oh, I don't know. With the fact that we're in control here, give me a +1.
Oh, you son. Didn't we back out that one?
No, we didn't. I only asked 3 questions, including that.
Okay, yeah, no, I have to give you that then. You are acting on the answers to yeah. You're the authority figures.
Rules lawyering.
Power gaming piece of shit. Yeah, so you manage to like. Yeah, he kind of like looks at you. He goes, I think the promise and assurance is kind of done for you. Of basically, he walks out the room and like talks to one of the 2 some guys outside, like kind of what the fuck is happening here? And he says, they stay in the room until I get back. Yeah, so you've got some rather burly men blocking you in this room.
Cool.
And yeah, he wanders off.
I'm going to do. Look, our hole in this place is fucking thin. you want to talk? We talk with people who like us. Not people who took a fucking pot shot at my car.
Maybe don't tell the mercenaries that the ambassador you sent to them killed their boss and eviscerated their friends.
So, you're gonna whisper to me what you saw.
Just whisper in Lux's ear.
Yeah.
I already told you.
So, Midnight killed all these fucks.
Well, her tattoos seems to. She kind of seemed to be like almost a puppet.
Okay. So Midnight was made to kill all these fucks.
She has strings, but now she's free.
This is gonna go well. Alright.
Yeah.
So
I think we're gonna have to see what's outside that window.
yeah. And this is thanks to your eloquent speaking, with two boys outside. So we don't know how we're gonna get after her before her tattoos kill more people.
Killing bitches.
Like, everyone knows, I think Midnight started this revolution by randomly killing a dude.
I think the stories change and twist, but there's definitely like a knowledge that I think it's commonly retold as Midnight struck the first blow in the glorious revolution against the evils of Cecil, or Midnight's a traitorous whore, depending upon which camp you ask.
If word gets around that Midnight, doesn't matter if she was made to or not, killed more people, it's not gonna go down well. Ella,
Thanks, mate.
I negotiated a ceasefire with her. We could have worked with her. She's now dead.
Very dead.
Very, very dead.
Yeah.
I'm shit of ideas.
Boss man.
Bossman, yeah. What you got? You want to summon someone again? That would be a good idea right now.
Oh, please summon a traumatized Midnight.
Oh, I think you're doing
Goes so well.
Do you really think summoning Midnight here would be the right call right now, Lux?
Good point.
Do it! Dare you!
I am literally out of ideas right now. I could look out the window. How far up are we out of this window?
10 feet. More than that. It's first story. It's first story.
Oh, first story.
It's
Oh,
like
that's
10
fine.
feet. Yeah.
So definitely you can like climb out of that fine.
Yeah. You might have to act under fire to like make the landing without spraining an ankle or something like that, but it wouldn't hurt much
Can't we
if
just
you wanted to
walk
leap for it. Yeah.
Small people?
Lux, similarly to when you were around Dr. Tessia's emissary guy,
Yep.
you're having a bit of a thing again of you're getting that kind of like rising blood rate, like fight or flight just going off in your head, even though the violence is long since done.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think is when you notice actually you're like fidgeting with one finger because your middle finger really itches.
Yeah.
And you look down, you just realize you've pulled out your fingernail without noticing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which point we really need to get to Dr. Tessius because this is not a good distraction right now for me. Yeah. How the fuck do we get out of this?
Yeah, so I think like you hear David coming back up the stairs.
Yeah.
And he kind of comes around the back and goes, "So," he like hands a glass of water to Tudor, with like and drops like some fizzing thing in it, and goes,
At which point I'm probably going to intercept it down it, like
Yeah.
down half.
Oh no,
It's
he's.
like,
I think it's like he'll go. Oh right, yeah. Takes like a jug or some shit from his arm, pulls out like some more like crappy cups, pours 2 more in, takes the same like basically almost like a Mentos pack or something like that, like just wrapped in like the silvery foil without any wrapping like branding or anything. Drops 1 in each, lifts it, drinks it, hands over. It's a hangover cure.
And at this point,
Ella's special. No matter how hard we party the night before, we got to be ready to fight the morning of.
I turn to him and just be like, sorry about that. My visions are difficult to interpret at the best of times, and with a hangover it is somewhat more trying.
Now, I'm not entirely convinced of the validity of visions as investigative procedure, Mr. Man. But why don't you tell me where the fuck my boss is?
Well,
your boss.
what I seem to have seen is that
No, Ella's not there.
Oh,
Like,
Ella's
no,
not
no,
dead.
no.
there is no Ella body, there is no Midnight body.
Okay, oh sorry, I thought Ella was dead.
No, yeah, she is,
They
just
were
elsewhere.
enveloped by shadowy forces. And kind of like all I can hear was screaming and claw marks, and they were just dragged out the window. So whatever's happened is some weird force is on the prowl. And this is not good. You guys are definitely gonna need to want to have everyone kind of on high alert.
Yeah, he gives you, like, I suppose another, like, do we have a trail to follow? Like, can we find my boss, please? Is that a solution? I mean, my boss
I was
and
about
your...
to follow the thing, and then you put your boys outside.
At this point,
Tell me there was a trail, come on then! And yeah, he, like, runs past, grabs his rifle off of, like, one of the dudes, and yeah, like, kind of emotions you to lead the way.
Yeah. Which I do.
Cool. Yeah, we will cut to break there, unfortunately. We're going to do slightly shorter segments today because I'm starting a job tomorrow and I need to get my beauty sleep. So we're going to cut to break, then we'll come back for the final segment afterwards. So, we'll be back in 5 moments. Minutes. One of those.